What's up YouTube, it's Brandon with a quick video. Well, time we're doing the unboxing, first impressions, and update video. This one's going to come from possibly a cheap but good fragrance. I've been hearing about this fragrance for a long time now, and I've never had a chance to get my nose on it. It's from a popular clothing line, which I used to wear a lot of this clothes when I was younger, in my 20s. Banana Republic. The fragrance is called Black Walnut. So Black Walnut from the house of Banana Republic is a woody aromatic fragrance released in 2006. The nose behind this fragrance is Harry Fremont and is an eau de toilette concentration. Alright, let's take a look at the presentation. Here is the box for Black Walnut from Banana Republic. This is 100 ml size. Found this at Marshall's actually. I believe it was $19.99 for the 100 ml size, which I believe is a pretty good price for this one. I don't know how much it retailed for, but for 20 bucks, that's a good price for a fragrance that might be considered a cheap but good fragrance. I'm not sure yet, guys. Going to get to that part in a little bit. Okay, so here is the bottle for Banana Republic's Black Walnut. I was expecting this, judging by the notes I have in front of me here, that this was going to be like a darker, like a whiskey colored juice, but it's not. Pretty good looking bottle here. It's nice and thick glass. Has the name here, the house name here, has a cap. I believe it has a little bit of a rubber grip on top. Here's the atomizer there. Cap's made of plastic, not too much going on with it. The rubber grip's kind of a nice touch, I guess, or maybe it's not rubber. It actually looks more like a leather, like maybe a faux leather on there. Not too much information on the bottom. Like I mentioned before, this is 100 ml eau de toilette. Alright, so the notes for Banana Republic's Black Walnut. In the top we have cognac, in the mid we have tobacco, and in the base we have Virginia cedar. So I'm really not sure what to expect out of Black Walnut. I did hear it was really good. I heard the only problem that everyone was complaining about, that it had longevity issues, and everyone's saying they wish they made a stronger version of this one, which it's been out for a while and they haven't yet, so don't know if it's ever going to happen. But I heard it's really good. When something has performance issues, the best thing I can think is like maybe it'd be a good work scent, especially if you can get it for 20 bucks for 100 ml size. I'll always just reapply. But usually most of these cheapies but goodies with performance issues, get you through the day, maybe reapply at lunch. But we'll see how it goes. So one good thing I can say about Black Walnut before I get my nose on is that it did win 2007's Fifi Award for the private label category. So if it says anything, it might be a pretty good fragrance. Let's do a couple sprays. This will be my scent of the evening. A couple of sprays on my arm here. Here we go. Decent sprayer. Okay. Definitely woody. I mean, it's called a woody aromatic. Definitely woody. I'm getting, like, it's a smoky tobacco, but it's also still a little fresh. Yeah, definitely boozy. This is a pretty realistic cognac. It is a little balmy, which I don't like. When I say balmy, it usually means waxy or oily. I usually don't like that about fragrances, but I have come to find that the balminess sort of gives it a powderiness in the air. On the skin, I don't like it so much. In the air, it usually smells pretty great. I'm getting some citrus out of this one. I don't know where that's coming from because there's no citruses in the notes. So maybe there's, some citruses in the cognac note. Maybe something, consisted of making that up. Maybe they added some citruses in that. Yeah, I'm definitely getting the cedar. It's not super cedary though. It's not very prominent. It's woody, but it's not in your face cedar like I've, smelled in other fragrances. This one's okay. It seems a little more mature than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, it's definitely boozy. The tobacco in this is smoky. It's not like other tobaccos I'm used to. And the cedar in this isn't too pronounced, so it's not super woody or anything like that. It's starting to get a little sweeter. It's not bad. I'm being completely honest here. I can see why it's discounted so highly, at Marshall's for 20 bucks. What I can't see off the bat is how it won a Fifi Award. Because I gotta be honest with you, this isn't the best. I wouldn't think, if I ever smell this like I'm doing now, my first impressions, I wouldn't think this is award worthy. Is it awful? No. Is it even bad? No. It's just not, award worthy in my opinion. But that could all change. It's only been a few minutes, I'm still getting some of the cognac notes, so it's a little boozy. The tobacco notes, I'm guessing the tobacco notes are the smokiness that I'm getting out of this. It's almost like smoky cigarette kind of tobacco. So not so much like fresh tobacco or tobacco leaf. This is like smoky cigarette, like a cigarette that's already been smoked, kind of smoky. Which I'm not a huge fan of that note. It's not in your face, but it's there. And the Virginia cedar is in the background. It's not super, it's not in the front. It's not like in the forefront or anything, not taking over. It's in the background. You can get it, but it's not very prevalent in this one right now. I'm guessing because it's in the base that it's going to, you know, pop out later on. I can tell that it's sitting close to my skin already. It's only been a few minutes. So I can see maybe where that comes from, but who knows? Maybe this will be a good close quarter scent. Off the bat, though, I did wish it would have made the juice a little darker because this clear liquid is not evocative of the notes or even the smell. I'm definitely getting like a darker kind of, there's a little fresh from that citrus note that I picked up, but other than that, yeah, it's kind of a darker kind of fragrance. All right, so those are my first impressions on Banana Republic's Black Walnut. Gonna make this my scent of the evening. Give you guys an update in a little while. Talk to you then. All right, so I'm back with my update for Banana Republic's Black Walnut. So I wore this fragrance last night and today throughout the day, and I gotta say I wasn't that blown away by it. I can see why it's been highly discounted. And I can see why a lot of people were kind of saying it had longevity issues. We'll get to that part in a second. I'm very surprised this won a Fifi Award, to be honest with you. I don't see how. It's not a bad fragrance, but it's not anything groundbreaking. It's not anything, you know, completely changing the game. It doesn't smell that great. It smells okay. It's just an okay fragrance, you know, all around. You know, what I really got out of this one is, like, you know, when I immediately sprayed it, you know, yesterday was my first impressions. I wasn't really thinking, but today I actually got kind of a better feel for it. I actually got like some citrusy, almost like fig, like a woody fig kind of fragrance coming out of this on the top, right when I sprayed it. I don't know where that came from because there's only cognac, tobacco, Virginia cedar in this. So something in that combination of those three notes, give it a bit of a fig, kind of woody fig feel. I'm really sure. I'm not really sure. A friend of mine today told me it smelled like Ferragamo Pour Homme, the original one that has the fig leaf in it. So, you know, I don't know if that's, you know, telling of something. I'm not really sure what's going on with that. You know, I didn't really get a lot of a cognac kind of boozy feel with this one. I did get a little bit of the tobacco. It's very light. It's very soft. You know, and I really, you know, it wasn't very woody as it could have been as some other fragrances that have cedar in them. It's just a very soft fragrance, you know. Wasn't really what I was expecting. Definitely see why it was discounted. Definitely see why, you know, people say there's longevity issues with this one. The first hour I got about a foot's projection for an hour, hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours. After that, it gets to a skin scent, you know, and all around, the skin scent lasts about maybe 4 to 5 hours, but that's like very close to the skin. You got to like dig your nose in your arm to really smell it. Positives, I guess this would be good for work. This is a masculine fragrance. It's being soft though. It's not as woody as some other fragrances that I like. In the masculine category. If you work in a hospital, this would be kind of a good fragrance because I have a friend of mine that works in a hospital and he always tells me he really wants light fragrances. He can't wear anything heavy because you know, the patients complain and you work really close with people and you can't really have a booming fragrance on. This would be good in that kind of a category. You know, all around, I really didn't like this fragrance that much. It really reminded me, it had this balminess to it that I really didn't like. That waxiness kind of reminds me a little bit of Bal d'Afrique from Byretto, or even Keaton Man, if you guys have tried that one. It has like this oily kind of off-putting balmy note in this, which again, out of 3 notes that are listed here, I don't know where that comes from. But overall, this wasn't really that great of a scent. You know, you guys can try it if you want, but I wouldn't recommend it. Even for $20, I wouldn't recommend picking this one up. Is this a cheap but good fragrance? No, in my opinion, it's not. If you guys want to try something new, go by your local Marshalls, you know, 100 mil, 20 bucks, give it a try. But I personally, I can't suggest this fragrance for you guys. Just not that great. Thank you guys so much for watching another video on my channel. If you like this video and want to see more videos like it, please give me a thumbs up. Please consider turning on notifications by hitting the notification bell. That way when I upload new videos, you guys will be the first ones to find out. Please follow me on Instagram, Dollars and Cents. Please like, comment, subscribe. Until the next video, you guys take care. Thanks.